Okay. I think we're live. Wait a second. I'm late. I'm always late. Late doing everything. I swear I'll be late for my funeral. That's not a good thing to say today. Anyway, there we are. Hello, Monica. How you doing, darling? Glad you showed up. There we go. Greg Talbert. John. Oh, y'all good. Tomovich. How y'all doing, Buddy Davis? Y'all gonna have to, how y'all doing? It's 420, baby. I hope y'all are fully prepared. It's Friday. So, you know, the beer should be on the ice. The bud should already be in the bowl and already sparked up by this time, I would imagine. So, I hope y'all are having a great day. Y'all going to have to help me through this one. I have not been in the news. For those of you that have... hey, Jerry, how you doing, buddy? For those of you that follow me on my Facebook, we had found a little kitten, and we tried for 4 days to keep it alive, but we were unsuccessful. And last night, the little fella passed away, and so it was not a happy morning this morning. And then I went down to check my mail this morning, and found out that oh man, Art Peterson, about the only guy down this street that I just really admired. We spoke all the time. Big fella, head of hair, loved life, never saw a day. He was a Vietnam veteran, combat veteran. We spoke often, and he had passed away last night, and he's really going to be missed around here. He was a character, to say the least. He was somebody that I looked forward to seeing on this. He walked with his dogs, and it's a rough day in the neighborhood down here. And
before we go on, I kind of want to say something, because as Dad said, Art was an extraordinary human being. And I mean, y'all are obviously, we're surrounded by good people in this family. But what I would love to, if I could pass on or say anything that he would do, it's like, just be nice to people. You know, make someone's day by putting a smile on their face, by saying something either kind or just something super out left field and outrageous, because that was what he was about. He was about making people smile and laugh and just cheer up their day.
Every time you met Art, every time you ran into him, there wasn't anything in this neighborhood that went on that Art didn't know about. If you wanted to know anything about what was going on around here, Art knew. And
he was always there to help.
He was always there. During the floods, me and him would run up and down the river in our boats, helping other neighbors and stuff. He was the kind of guy that would help anybody, and always had a smile on his face and a full head of hair.
And a motorcycle.
And he was just an all-around good guy. And Art will be sadly missed in our neighborhood. And
so be nice to people.
Yeah,
that's what he would
always try to put a smile on somebody's face. It always makes their day better, and it makes your day better. So always try to do that. If you can help some way, even if the outcome is not always what you hope it will be, you always have that thing in your heart that you want to try to help whomever or whatever that you can. I told somebody I believe it's just within our DNA. Those of us that lean Democrat are a little more empathetic to life, I think. So the biggest thing is just always be kind to everybody you know, and try to do the right thing for anybody that you know. And
don't be afraid to have a little bit of dumbass in you.
Don't be. Or it always reminded you there's a little bit of dumbass in everybody. And yeah, it's going to be rough. Anyway, it's 420. I wonder why they picked this day. Well, this afternoon at 4:20, everybody will spark up. Not here in Texas, though, because, you know, it's illegal here in Texas. And except for Willie. Willie's, I guess, got a free pass down here. But Everybody else down here, nobody down here in Texas smokes any of that shit. Are you shitting me? It's illegal. And but we're trying. I did see somebody. God damn it! I think it's Schumer.
Yeah, Chuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer is trying to introduce a bill. He will introduce a bill taking marijuana off the federal drug list or something, which is it's way overdue time. It's just ridiculous. I do not want my federal tax dollars going to help bust somebody for smoking a joint. Are you shitting me? We've got bigger problems in this country to deal with than that. And like I've always said, you're not going to do away with anything Bubba can grow in his backyard. Are you shitting me? You put it in, can't keep it out of a prison. You can't keep it out of you can't keep it out of anywhere. Jesus, prohibition just doesn't work, people. But there's money in prohibition, and that's how come it stays on. There's money in the drug war, baby. And anyway,
it's like me and Tyler were talking the other night. He was like, "Do you know what the deadliest drug is in America?" I was like, I was thinking outside, like, what, meth? Like, no, alcohol. And it's like,
oh, that's true.
Shit, yeah,
that's true.
But they wouldn't ban that.
That's true. Oh no, are you shitting? They tried once.
Yeah,
called prohibition. Didn't work out. That is true. Alcohol is the biggest killer in this country, and but we approach alcohol because even the judge drinks, the cop drinks, everybody drinks. So it's in moderation. You're supposed to understand that you're a responsible adult, and we hold people to a certain standard. So don't get your ass drunk and out there and drive, and you're fine. Pot smokers.
Yeah, what?
Don't forget to take off at a stop sign. It's not going to turn green. It's going to stay red. Just stop and then go. And get out of everybody's way when you're going too damn slow. And I've never heard of anybody. Well, they say it all the time. Sometime if there's marijuana in their blood system after an accident, oh my God, that's what caused it. No. Oh, were they drunk too? Yeah, they were drunk. Oh, but it was the marijuana? I don't think so, assholes. Anyway, what else is going on? The DNC sues. I thought this was a neat little thing. The DNC, Democratic National Committee, sues the Trump campaign, Russia, and WikiLeaks for election interference. Now, how far that will go, I don't know. But it is a lawsuit. And it's going to play into trying to find out what Mueller's trying to find out. And Giuliani. Yeah, Giuliani joined the team. Oh, I bet he feels confident now. Yeah, old Rudy. Rudy used to be the Attorney General there in Southern District of New York. I was just reading Comey's book, and he was in there talking about Rudy Giuliani. I haven't gotten back to my book. I'm on chapter 5 with Little Blue and everything else that's happening around here. I haven't gotten back into the book. Maybe this afternoon I plan on doing exactly that. We ain't got nothing else going out here except to pick up all those piles of... I swear, when you live around Live Oaks, baby, you raking leaves all year round. It doesn't matter. They're just the wind. You rake them up. Wind blows. They're just as. I love my trees, though. Anyway, what else is going on? Big student walkout today in schools across the country on gun control. I'm proud to see that. I was sorry to hear that some of the school districts have told the students that if they walk out, they're going to be suspended. Not suspended. They're going to be marked absent today. They're not going to get them any slack today over that. I think that's total bullshit. I think, if anything, a school should give them extra credit for social studies. I don't even know if they have that in class anymore. Social studies, how our government works, how our society functions, and all that shit they used to teach. But now it's on the wayside, I guess. I don't know. I don't have any kids at school anymore, so I don't know what they're teaching. Hello, Candy Guidry. How you doing, darling? Spoke to Candy last night. Glad to get her on the board. I love Candy's voice. I told her last night she sounds like everybody I know. Anyway, Sam Smith. I wonder if Ted Cruz's wife will have him sleeping on a blow-up mattress in the garage. If she has any sense, she'd kick that weasel out of her. Are you shitting me? Did you see I haven't read it yet. Evidently, he wrote in the New York Times, I think it is. I got to look into that. Evidently, he wrote an ode to Trump, a love letter or something. How great Trump! Are you shitting me? After lying, Ted? Are you? Man, I just love to point this out. The disgusting rollover that man did after Donnie got elected. That Ted Cruz, he was out there all the time. Vote your conscience. You can't vote this scumbag. He's a carpetbagger. He's everything. He called Donnie everything in the book. And Donnie reciprocated, calling Ted everything in the book. Attacked his wife's looks. Even said his daddy was involved in the JFK killing. But now it's all love and roses, baby, because I don't know why, because he wants Donnie's support down here in Texas. Have you been noticing Beto O'Rourke? Have you been noticing this guy, Ted? He's going to stomp your ass and throw your ass out of the Senate. Beto O'Rourke is going to be the new senator from Texas. You might as well be packing your silly bags and go camp out over at Donnie's house. Maybe he'll let you sleep on his couch. I don't know. He's a dick, and I want him out of my state. Ted Cruz, he's a used car salesman of the worst kind. He just...
No, he's the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, I swear, go look at the picture of the Zodiac Killer and look at Ted Cruz and tell me that ain't the same guy. Sure looks like it to me.
It still cracks me up.
I'm telling you.
That joke won't ever get old.
Won't ever get old. Oh, where was I? They have had 20 school shootings this year. They had another one this morning in Ocala, Florida, I believe it was. A young fella got shot in the ankle, and another kid was arrested for it. Are you shitting me? And they're gonna mark these kids absent for walking out for gun control? I hope they do not give up. I hope these kids stand their ground and keep marching forward. They have to. It's as much their responsibility as a quest now. They have learned. It's their voices that will decide this nation. And the more of them that speak up and vote, they get their way eventually, baby, because eventually we all die out. And as well it should be, I guess, a circle of life, they call it, and all that shit. It's those young people coming up that's going to be running this country. And they're quite concerned about how we're going to leave it if they don't change it now. Gun laws, environmental laws, and everything else that you can think of that this Trump administration has tried to throw into the dirt. Anyway, what's going on? Carolee Batson, how you doing up there in Maine, darling? I didn't see your comment. It just went right out the way. Anita Lemire, how you doing, darling? How many people we got? We got 85 people. That's nice.
I think we were a little bit higher earlier, but it's a good. I mean, it's Friday, so.
Day is supposed to be a very happy day today, and it didn't start out that way. I got better. The sun is starting to come out here down there, so maybe the day will get better. But
it always does.
It always does. Well, you have to. Barbara Harwell, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Barbara, you just went. Man, I'm telling you, I can't keep them things up there long enough to read. Stephanie Dean, how are you? Just sent a package to you, John. Well, thank you very much, dear. I'll try to fetch it out of that post office. I can't get there till Wednesday, I guess. I gotta wait till payday before I'll go down there and pay the ransom, I guess, at the post office. No big deal. I knew it was coming up. It snuck up on me after I got occupied with other things. Candy Guidry, I saw that Sam. I'm sorry, dear, I don't know who Sam is. Yes, Barbara Harwell reminds us today is the 19th anniversary of Columbine shooting, and that's why today they wanted to walk out for gun control. It's hard to believe 19 years ago. It's so vivid in everybody's memory, I believe, that I don't think that'll ever leave us. And we didn't have the slightest idea then that it was going to be the start of a fad or some shit that was going to start up that other people would just start and follow to do. But like I said, it's up to our young to change the laws that we couldn't. So Thomas Greener. Oh, can I get a phone? It said something about, I'll have to look at it later, a phone. I think it said alert. I don't know. I try to get on here and tell everybody. Today I was a little late getting out. Notice I was going live because I had just found out about Art's death. And I got bummed out a little bit there, so it's still hard for me to sit here and get back into the groove. Travis Britovo, LOL, I don't think mine's ready for my own show. Who's that guy?
Yeah, really.
Is he one of my friends on my friend list or some shit? Who's that guy?
He's some loser.
I told him, I said he needs to get on the camera. My brother told him he needs to be the Ed McMahon of the John Show and get on the camera and everything. So I'm still trying to get him on the camera. He's sitting right there.
Again, it would just give everybody what they would want.
They want to see you. They want to see Mama. I'm
Yeah, I was
afraid
about to
that's
say,
not
they'd
ever going to
rather-
happen. So he's even laughing. That's it. He's been around for 26 years and he knows that ain't going to happen. Are you shitting me? Yes.
Again, when I
Gary Cervanka, how you doing, buddy? No, I wouldn't shit you, buddy. I'm telling you the truth. That's what they all say, though. I wouldn't kid you. Oh, Lordy. Actually, you two make a good deal. Thank you, Tamara Wiseman. She said to make a new one. Kathy Larkin, how you doing, darling? I haven't checked my mail yet. I hope I'm on Tim's show. I'm getting lonely. I'll miss Tim. Tim Cormal out there in Washington, D.C. does his show out there, the Tim Cormal Show, and Kathy Larkin is a frequent guest, and I'm on there occasionally, and but I haven't. Elia Esperanza, how you doing, darling? Yes, we want Mama. Oh, darling, ain't gonna happen. If I snuck in there with a camera and I would not be eating for a long time. I'd be fixing dinner myself. I don't know if I'd be welcome in the bed, but yeah, I wish. I keep telling her she should at least give me a picture to put on Facebook with one of her pussy hats on and let everybody know who she is. She is the guiding light in my life. She is the rock of my life. She's everything to me, and as I'm sure many of y'all have somebody in your life that is so close. Anyway, Yerda Burger, how you doing? Hello, John. Be happy we can get the idiots in the White House mess up our day and live life. Live life. It went someone. Yerda, I'll have to read it later. I go over the comments after a while. The last video, we have a lot of comments down there. I appreciate so much everybody talking and commenting. And there's Candy. Got to talk to her now. Thomas Greiner, yes, you can. It's your Facebook notification. Oh, okay. Candy is the main admin over there at John Brindlevold Speaks, Blue Dot Family, and Candy takes care of everybody. She saw somebody who needed to know how to get notifications when we go live, and Candy jumped right in there to help her. Thank you much, dear. And along with Kat, Joe, and Monica over there at JBS. I was going to go live on there today, but I noticed by the time I even put a notice out, it was too late. So I think Monday, Candy and Monica, Kat, and Joe, I think I'll go live on John Brindlevold Speaks Blue Dot Family page on Monday. So y'all remember on Monday, I'm not going to be on this. I'll be around, but I'm going to broadcast from JBS over there. They've done a hell of a good job over there. I'm so proud of Candy and the team, and so I'm going to pop in live and over there. And that way all the comments will be on that page, and I can look at them, but they're going to have to respond to them because that's their page over there. I am so proud to have my name associated with them over there. So
good people.
They are good people. And Dusty Taylor, she would kick your butt. Who would kick my butt? Mama? There wouldn't be no pushback. Out of body Cozy, how you doing? Barbara Bush is laying on repose today. Yes, she is. Her funeral will be tomorrow, I believe. It's a sad day for Texans all across in our country. Barbara Bush was a fine first lady. We did notice in the news today that all the ex-presidents will be there except Donnie Boy. Donnie Boy will not be going to the funeral. Thank goodness, because nobody wants his ass there. Does that tell you something about the president that we have, that he cannot attend a state funeral, to be seen as somebody who is empathetic no, he's an asshole who spoke badly about the Bush family during the election, like he badmouths everybody. I can't imagine anybody wanting that dick at their funeral. I wouldn't want him at mine. Hell no. He'd try to claim responsibility for the fine soil that dug you up or some shit like that. You know why? I bought this land here and whatever the shit. Whatever it is, Donnie would try to make it about Donnie. And that's all Donnie knows how to talk about. Did y'all see? They got another recording of John, what's his name? Bannon. Not Bannon. Barron. I'm sorry, John Barron. You hadn't heard that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't do a tape recording. Yep, this is back in the 80s. When Donnie the Dicky boy, the guy that's constantly over gratification, he constantly sells himself. That's all he does is sell his name. And he's on the phone with the guy, reporter from Forbes magazine, where they print out Forbes, top 400 biggest, richest people in the world. Excuse me. And Donnie, in typical style, calls this guy up and says, I'm John Barron, and this is how rich Donald Trump is. And he goes on to that bullshit, the same thing he did to that other magazine, trying to push how rich he is to this magazine so he'll get up on the Forbes list higher. Donnie the Dick has been a con man his whole life. That's everything he's ever done in his life has resulted from a con job on somebody. You think his university was shit. That's just everything in his life was a con job. Every contractor he ever hired in his life, he conned them out of some part of the contract. If there were tenants in his old buildings down there that he owned and he wanted them out, oh, well, look, the elevator's broken. Oh, look, the heat's broken down here. We're working on it. Don't worry about it. He's a scumbag, and he's always been a scumbag. He just was smart enough to convince a lot of dumbasses in this country that he gave a shit about this country, and he never has. If anything, anybody that has seen that man through his life knows that he was a Democrat. He leaned liberal. Are you shitting me? He was a playboy. He went around New York screwing everything. Oh, Lord. But he was smart enough to know that if he was going to run for president, all he had to do is say that, oh, I'm a reborn Christian, and hold the flag and convince a bunch of stupid Republicans that he meant it. And they did. They believed it. They sucked it up. Oh, Donnie, look at him. He's a patriot. Are you shitting me? Cadet Bone Spurs never gave a shit about this country his whole life. Only what he could take. And that's who our president is now, and that's what Comey means by immoral. He is not morally fit to hold the office. He's a con man. And I can only imagine every deal that he's out there trying to make for this country is nothing but a con job on somebody. So I really don't like being associated with him. Anyway, Mary, it was there for a second. Man, that was Dennis Gent. How you doing? I seen you up there. How you doing out there in Arizona, buddy? I know you're doing good, because you always got the good things in your head. Lord, it's hard to keep a thought in my head today, people. I'm sorry. Kathy Larkin, did you see Tammy's new baby, John? I seen her. I haven't really seen the baby. I seen her holding a bundle, and they did pass a law in the Senate to allow children on the Senate floor for Tammy Duckworth, and I don't think anything is more appropriate than that, to honor the first woman in our Senate, in our history, to give birth while a sitting senator. And bless her little heart, and I hope the little baby's doing fine, and everybody does fine. Anyway, Dale Helson, how you doing, buddy? Doing pretty good, buddy. I'm glad you joined in. Barbara Harwell. And the Bushes, Clinton, and Obamas will be there. Yes, ma'am. All of them will be at Barbara Bush's funeral, and they will all be welcome there. Melania will be there. The only one not welcome and is told to stay the shit away is our president. Isn't that something? That speaks volumes, everybody. That just says everything you need to know about that stinking liar in our house. He's not welcome at a funeral. That's terrible. That's just...
To be fair, though, I'm glad he's not going to be there anyway.
I am too.
She wouldn't have wanted that.
No, she wouldn't have wanted him anywhere near her funeral or anybody else in her family's funeral. She knew he was a scumbag, carpetbagging idiot. But like I said, he convinced enough of those people on the right that Donnie was the answer. Only he could fix it and all that bullshit. And he's not. He's not fixing everything. As a matter of fact, everything he says he's gonna fix is all of a sudden starting to turn to shit. Seen a whole damn list. The jobs report was out and it gained, but not as much as they had thought. But what that doesn't tell you is that big old long list, and I'm sure y'all could look it up on the internet, of the stores that are closing all across the United States, and those people are going to be losing their jobs. And so yeah, it's not a rosy a picture as Donnie paints it all the time. Of course, Donnie's out there to lie his ass off and tell you all how rich Donnie is. That magazine guy said that they couldn't find out that he was way down, like only had like about maybe 5 million or something like that. When he was boasting he had like 200 million or something like that. That's Donnie, and that's how come he don't want you to see his tax returns. Are you shitting me? Everything about that man is a lie, is a fraud, is a con job on everybody. And somebody wrote on Twitter to me a little while ago they didn't hate anybody. They've never used that word to describe anybody, but they hate Trump. Well, baby, I'm with you 100%. Mary Beth. And I hate him too. I just can't stand to see him stand up there and represent my country. He's a disgusting pack of shit. And he embarrasses me every day. Tamara Wiseman, I'm surprised the PLOTUS, yes, well, you know, she had a contact with Barbara Bush, Melania did, and it went well. Melania, I'm sure, did not talk about herself or talk about Donnie or the shit that Donnie does. I imagine the conversation was much more civil. And, you know, she steps in the background and hardly says anything when he's around. I seen them holding hands, though, so I guess love flourishes in the White House again. I don't know how that's happening with all the stormy weather around. I guess the big thing now is going to be the investigation into Michael Cohen's affairs up in New York, and there ain't no telling what kind of little rosebuds we're going to find in that garden when they start delving through everything he's done in the last decade or so for Donnie. So just this thing with Stormy Daniels is only going to be one thing I think they're going to discover about that. And we're going to have to find out what everything else is. I did see, did I already tell y'all I found out why Blake Farenthold left abruptly?
I didn't know that. Okay, I mean, I knew he left, but I don't know why he left, so why did he leave?
Because the ethics committee was about to come down on his ass and make him pay back the $85,000 and censure him on the floor. So he just quit and left. I'm out of here. You can't do that to me. You can't fire me. I quit. And he run off like a... But thank goodness he's gone. Eric Olguin is running down here in the 27th district, and I want him so badly to win. And we're really pushing him down here too. So replace old Blake Farenthold, who did nothing but disgrace this district and disgrace his state. And I've always said the man never did anything but go up there to Washington, get in the back of the room, kept his mouth shut, and he voted the way he was told to vote. The man didn't have a spine in him at all. He was a coward when he was voted in. He was a coward when he left. Anyway, I was glad to see him go. And that story popped out there, and I was thinking, I knew something prompted it. He wasn't going to do it because his moral compass kicked in. Are you shitting me? Ran his office like a frat house. Anyway, Dale Heldon. I'm sorry, dude. This floater should be STOTUS. For skank. Well, if you want to see pictures of Melania's butt or any other part of her, you can find them online anywhere, I'm sure. It's the first lady I guess we've ever... But that's okay with the... Can you imagine if anything like that would have ever been in Michelle Obama's past? What do you think the right-wing nut jobs would have done? Are you shitting me? But with this whole family, everything they've done, they get a pass, a mulligan. That's okay. They're good people. I saw a picture of him, somebody painted, holding a flag and crying. Are you shitting me? It's a bumper sticker. For those, a lot of those on the right, you can sway with a bumper sticker. That's all it takes is a couple of words to convince a bunch of idiots to do something. They're on the bus to Abilene, all of them. If y'all don't know that little term, I've used it just about all my life. A bus to Abilene is when a group of people decide to do something that not one of them thinks is a good idea, but that they all as a group decided, okay, this is what we're going to do. All it takes is one idiot to say, hey, let's get on a bus and go to Abilene, and the rest of the group will say, oh, okay, I'm with Bob over there, we're going to Abilene. And when they get there, who the hell wanted to go to Abilene? Nobody. But they all got on the bus to Abilene, and that's all these people are. That they read a bumper sticker, they hear Sean Hannity, the mouthpiece of Donnie the Dick and Michael Cohen, I guess, wrapped up in that whole shit with Bullshit Mountain. Are you shitting me? And they call themselves a news organization. They are not, baby. They are nothing but entertainment. I give you more news than Fox News does. I swear I do. Well, they do have a news section on Fox News that's actual news that they try to put in there the true story, but it's overpowered by all the bullshit rhetoric that Sean Hannity and all that wino judge and Laura Hickaman or whatever her name is, these vile, disgusting people that have nothing but hate in their heart for anything, anybody. And they're proud to show that shit, baby. And at the same time calling themselves Christians while they hate on everybody. So, that tells you where that shit is. The moral majority, the evangelical right has driven its bus off into a sewer ditch up there, and they're wallowing in the crap with Donnie the Ditch still trying to hold on to their evangelical values. That's a laugh. Anyway, Kenneth Starr, oh man, it just went by. Buddy, I'll have to look at it later. My ticker goes by pretty quick. I'm so thankful for so many comments. I do get to them. I go through after the show, and after I get done with the other shit that I'll have to do, sit down and get to go through my messages. Lord, I hope there's not a message in there, something important that somebody's trying to message me, because my messages are just way out of control. I try to get to a few, but there's just so many that the list is never ending down there, and I'd never get to the bottom again. So if you're trying to send me a message, I appreciate it, and we'll try to dig it out of the archives one day. But life goes on. We've still got a lot to do. Terry Stoic joined, and so did Kathy Smith. How y'all doing? Got here a little late, but we appreciate y'all stopping in. And I see you brought Bernie Hunsalt. I know. Hunsalt. I mess up on y'all's name just as bad as everybody messes up on mine. The moral majority is neither. I believe you're right, Dennis. You heard about that back in the 80s so much when St. Reagan came in. And the moral majority, that's when all the religious shit started getting into politics, is when they figured out, hey, let's push the Bible in there and we'll get the vote. And they're not going to give up, people. They are ready to judge you in an instant. They can judge you tomorrow, today, anyway. They see you on the street, they'll judge you in a heartbeat, baby. And they want to judge the rest of the world. So I hope there's wise people in this country that accept the fact that it's fine for you to have a religion. That's good. Religion does a lot of great things, but don't bring it into our legislative atmosphere over there and try to pass some law that we got. Hello, Eva Adams. You're just getting too famous, John. You're going to have to hire a communications secretary. I got one. She's called Mama. How you doing? Eva Adams is over in Berlin, Germany. I don't know. I didn't see Iris Vigilante. I always mess up on her name. Over in Ugenberg. She's another friend of ours over in Germany. We are so blessed to have friends around the world. So I get tickled when I see them come up. And anyway, y'all asked me a question. I got nothing. Happy 420, John. We don't do that here. It's Texas. It's illegal. You can't do that. It's against the law. You just can't. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. One of these days they're going to legalize it here, and I'll be tickled to death. And I'm going to grow me a big garden when they do. But
are we going to get into the business?
Shit.
God.
Hell.
You know, if we live in Colorado, like, we could be making a whole lot of money.
Are you shitting me? If I was in Colorado, acres, baby.
Well, shit,
anyway, our
up,
friend Miss Deborah was trying to talk to us the other day, trying to tell us we need to take a vacation and go to Colorado, because Colorado's the closest state up there, I reckon. And I saw one of these things on the internet. It was a 420 bed and breakfast or some kind of deal like that. Where they,
are you serious?
Yes, no, man, they got an old booming business out there, man, of people that. People like me, old folks that started smoking it back in the 60s, and but still live in a state where they go, no, you can't do that. And Eleanor Watson, how you doing, darling?
So wait, does that mean you get like free breakfast and like they just?
Well, no, they just cater to you. They have. Well, this place had product out there that they could sample for breakfast and. Wake and bake and all that kind of stuff, and then I guess they take you to tour of some grow facilities and a head shop, I guess, where they make pipes and some other stuff. I watched a little video on it. It's pretty cool. I bet there's a lot of business up there in California too. More people are killed in the name of God. God, I didn't get the name of that comment. Yes, sir, it is. If you look at history, throughout world history, more people have been put to death in the name of religion than anything else. So I tend to stay away from it. I don't want to go that way. Claire Dines, how you doing? Off to bed, early bed, John. Yes, ma'am. Claire is over in England, and Hove, England. If I'm not, see, I get a geography test every time I come on here. Good night, darling. It's getting late over there, so I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll be here back here on Monday. I guess I'm stuck at this 3 o'clock thing.
What we need, Tyler needs a chair over there. So when there's geography or history that comes up in conversation, he can be over there.
He could be over there.
And just chiming in with his information. And
I tell him we need to do it like if you ever watch Stephanie Miller's show. There's Stephanie Miller. She's the star of the show. But there's her group right around her, and they all got their headphones on, talking into a microphone. I want to, as a matter of fact, man, there's so many things I want to do, people, but I just, there's always a list of stuff I want to do. I want to try to call Andy Pagoda. Andy has the Filthy Mouth Liberal. I want to do a Skype call with him and see if we can't get this microphone in a position to where we can catch both conversations. Yeah. I want to do a test call and see if that happens. If so, then we can start having some interaction with some of our blue dots, and that's what I'd really like to do. I've always said this is just me out here running. Running my mouth. But it's all of y'all that make us a family, and I'm just the guy sitting up here at the head of the table right now. I'd like to put somebody up here in front of, and let them speak too. But Greg Talbert, I grow 3 plants for personal use and give us to fellow vets.
Good on you.
Got a motorcycle too. Just shove it in my face, Greg. Go ahead, rub it in. Good for you, Greg Talbert. I did see a picture of you. It wasn't this year. I think it was last year or something. I saw you standing in your garden, and it was a mighty fine-looking garden. Got a motorcycle and a garden. Are you shitting me? It's not going well out here, people. Barbara Harwell, are you going to be raptured on 424? Is there a rapture coming?
I
haven't been notified, people.
Well, fuck.
Tune in on the 25th. I imagine I'll be here.
We'll still be here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting snapped up in the rapture. I see those bumper stickers all the time. If this car is driverless, I've gone in the rapture. Are you shitting me? Pull off to the side of the road and park it before you go, please.
To be fair.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think you and I have ever done anything to where we wouldn't be able to be raptured. At least in what I would consider being a decent human being.
I think
with the
I've
ticket.
told y'all before, if I ever stand in front of the Lord out there, and the worst thing He's going to have on me is blasphemy. Maybe a couple of little small things that might pop up, but blasphemy, oh yeah, He's going to get me on that one. But that's all right. I'll take my licks. But I'm pretty confident in my beliefs, as much as religious people are confident in their beliefs, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
If you are a religious person, then you should believe the way that, and you should follow those teachings, which, as far as I can tell, if you take Leviticus out of the book and throw it away, hell, the life would go on peachy creamy. If you want to see everything that you want to see, the law that hates everybody, look in Leviticus, because that's where all the hate is. Now, I just asked because there was something that came on that conversation this morning. Something came up. Oh, Lord, I don't know. It was about religion. I said, well, don't worry. It's in Leviticus, I'm sure. Somebody said something about, oh, look, a little squirrel. Hello, little baby. It's a baby. It's going to turn around and walk off. We got lots of squirrels. And what was I talking about?
Talking about Leviticus, rapture.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going anywhere. I think I'll be here after the rapture.
My religious philosophy is this: don't be an asshole to other people, and that's it.
Don't be an asshole. I think I have a shirt that says that, DBAA, don't be an asshole. If you follow that logic, there's a pretty good shot you might get into heaven, if there's a heaven up there. I don't know where it is because we shot rockets up there and can't find that shit, but it's a big universe. And there's more universes after that one and after that one, and you get the picture. Anyway, I guess that's about all I got. Anything else? I'm just stumbling around here, people. It's not been a very good morning. Going to try to make the rest of the day a little bit better. And Jill Dumont, oh man, you just got here. And Gina Cheney, darling, you just got here, and I was just fixing to sign off. Gina's up in Houston. I seen your pictures of your boy out there playing baseball, I think it was, Gina. Fine looking kid you got there, and I'm proud of the way you act, your motherly duties there. We're proud of you, Jeannie. Anyway, well, how long I've been on here? Been on here 42 minutes, full of bullshit. Well, I will try to get my head back in the news and everything. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot I want to talk about. That Maury, Andy, John, give us a shout out here in Jersey City, baby. We love watching your show with the wife. I appreciate it, Maura. Maura, I said Maury. I'm sorry, Maura. Up in New Jersey, we have we have connections to New Jersey. A friend of ours, whose wife passed away, was from New Jersey, so we had. My kids are headed up your way pretty soon. They're going to go up to New York City up there and see Times Square and all that shit. They're fixing to leave on the 8th.
Yeah. Somewhere in the middle of
So
May.
from the 8th until, when?
Probably around this, I can't remember, 16th or so.
From the 8th to the 16th, it will be like a funeral at my house. Because nobody's going to want to go. All going to be walking around here, but me and Mom are going to be walking around looking at it. Well, there's no kids here. There's no kids there. There's no activity. It'll be boring, but we'll try to make the best of it.
Try to bring you back a T-shirt from New York.
Oh, yeah, bring me a New York T-shirt. Yeah. I want the picture of all of y'all, the whole group. This thing keeps getting bigger.
No,
this is
look, I don't know if I could.
It's a very close group of friends from childhood, and I'm just so glad to see it happening, that they're coming from Florida, Mississippi, I think, Texas, and someplace else. They're all meeting up in Connecticut to the one friend's house up there, and they're all going to do the New York City thing and all that stuff. It tickles us to death that our kids have stayed close to the ones they grew up with, and still have that sense of community about them. So
we like to keep ourselves together because
and they're all geeks. I love it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they're all geeks.
Shame.
Love them.
There's a neighbor down the street that used to make me feel shitty about that. The only one who didn't, Art.
Yeah, Art will be a very missed individual
Art is
around here.
Missed. He was such a good fellow.
Yeah, Art will
guy
be
can
missed.
go fuck himself.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people live around here, but Art was the only one that I've been talking to. So I'm gonna have nobody else to talk
And
to
you know,
around here.
he had a decent mind in politics too, because I'll never forget, because like during the Trump and Clinton election, because we talked about it, and he goes, you know, it's like Clinton has a head on her shoulders. She was at least smart. That other one, not so much. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Art Peterson, if you can imagine Hank Hill on that show. What's the show's name?
Hank Hill from King of the Hill.
From King of the Hill, Hank Hill. That's the way Art sounded. Travis didn't want to do his voice. Travis can do his voice.
I can't
so
right now.
it's just not appropriate right now. But
he was a character again. Like
he will be sorely missed around here, around our neck of the woods. So anyway, on that point, I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to go try to make my day a little bit better and sit up there with Mama and find out what's going on today.
And y'all make someone else's day better.
Make somebody else smile today. It's always a good thing to do. And on that note, like, share, and subscribe. John Bernavo of Blue Dot in Texas. Let your light shine. Turn it on. Let people know who you are. Let them know what you think. And help out, reach out, and put a smile on somebody's face if you can. And help anybody and anything that you can along the way. Life will just be sweeter for it. Anyway, John Bernavo on Facebook. John Bernavo Speaks. Blue Dot family over there. Go by there and see Candy in the group over there and sign up and like the page and get involved in the conversation over there. John Bernavo, oh, nope, already did that. At Blue Dot in Texas on Twitter. All the stuff's down there in that little thing down there in the corner there. So follow me on all that stuff. Out my truck window. Spark it up. It's 4:20. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see y'all later. Bye now. Let me see if I can hit the button now. Where's my arrow? See, now I didn't know where my arrow is. There it is. All right. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all later. Bye now.